Hi everyone, hope you guys are enjoying during this lockdown. Like I'm making videos about things I love. I want to encourage you for doing things you never had a time before but was always on your to-do list. This is the time guys, so go ahead. Let's start with today's video. I will be talking about brands of American whiskeys and Indian whiskeys and also about how Indian whiskeys not being famous worldwide are still the best selling whiskeys around the globe. First, let's learn about the regions of American whiskey. So, Maryland and Pennsylvania are home to finest rye whiskies. Here, the whiskies are complex, bittersweet, fruity, and spicy with a touch of peppermint. For Virginia, they are known for its big body, a sweetish flavor palette. Kentucky is by far the most versatile whiskey producers in USA. It is believed that rye whiskey was born here. Fine bourbons and rye come from this region. Last but not the least is Tennessee. Tennessee whiskies represent a style of their own. They are made from sour mash. It's another way to produce whiskies. Now let's talk about the brands. The Olds are a historic part of American whiskey legacy that today is known to be the bottom shelf bar favorite. The Old Overholt is the oldest of the Olds. Abraham Overholt, known as the father of American distilling, made this product a legacy for him and for the Olds. For the old granddad, it was a real person. He was a distiller named Basil Hayden who made his name by distilling bourbon whiskey with higher percentage of rye. Now the recipe got passed to his son, then to his son, and later landed to Colonel R.B. Hayden, who honored his grandfather by naming this famous whiskey. After spending 6 months in Scotland working as an apprentice at Bowmore Distillery, Rick Wasmund returned to the US in 2000, full of energy, full of ideas and skills, to open up the Copper Fox Distillery in Sperryville. The Copper Fox Distillery is special for few reasons. For one, they uniquely use apple wood and cherry wood to dry the malted grain and malted barley with the smoke of selected smoldering fruit woods instead of the peat. Secondly, they are the only distillery in the US to malt their own grain and barley in a traditional way, the low-tech way. And finally, they use progressive aging method where they introduce toasted apple and oak into the barrel to accelerate the aging and give the whiskey unusual and a new flavor dimension. 225 years and 7 generations of crafting the finest Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey in the world. This is the Jim Beam. The Double Oak Jim Beam is first aged in charred American white oak barrels, then again is poured in new American charred white oak barrel. This addition of new intensifies the liquid but also doesn't make it too denser. The noticeable product here is the Jim Beam White Ghost, a perfect cocktail whiskey. The White Ghost is a clear spirit just like vodka or gin but has all the flavors and aroma of whiskey. Reason behind making this is that for a bartender, a clear spirits comes in handy for mixing with juices, liqueurs and other mixers, as it's colorless and generally odorless. So a clear spirit takes in flavors of mixers, also producing the alcoholic touch. But whiskey has always been one with tantrums. It has its own color. Mixing stuff with whiskey has always been a little difficult in terms of appearance. It mostly gets a color like amber or rust in the end. Producing White Ghost has helped in the color segment and I'm sure will become a real good deal with the bartenders around the globe. Maker's Mark is unusual in that no rye is used as part of the mash. Instead, Maker's Mark uses red winter wheat along with corn and malted barley in the mash bill. Now, the mark has a lot of meaning. You can see the red circular mark that is in every bottle. It has a lot of meaning. The star represents Star Hill Farms, where the distillery is. The S is for Samuels. The fourth stand for the T.W. Samuels role as the fourth generation whiskey maker of the Maker's Mark. And the breaks within the circle represents prohibition time. The time the Samuel family did not sell any whiskey. Old Forester is officially the longest running bourbon on the market today. When the product was introduced in 1873, bottles of Old Forester were sealed as a way to guard against adulteration and substitution of the contents, and were initially sold in pharmacies as a medicinal product. According to Daniel's biographer, the origin of the old number 7 brand name was the number assigned to Daniel's distillery for the government registration. Jack Daniels is the oldest registered distillery in US. Even an official plaque on the property proudly displays registered distillery number 1 1866. Jack Daniels is one of the only distillers in the world that makes barrels for its own product. This is so that they can control the quality rather than count on an outside source for consistency. And these barrels are not used more than once. Now, the most amazing thing to know is that the Jack Daniels distillery is located in Tennessee's Moore County. This has been a dry county since Prohibition, so you can't legally purchase liquor here. George Dickel is also one of the oldest distillery in Tennessee. Here are some products. And with this, I would end the American whiskies and we'll start learning about the Indian whiskies. Now, India by far is the biggest consumer of whiskey in the world. But by the European Union laws, Indian whiskies are actually rum. Reason being they are made from molasses rather than malting. However, there are big trade conspiracy which we won't get into. Let's start with the brands. Bagpiper was India's largest selling whiskey from 2005 to 2010. They aim to create communication that synergizes pop culture with Indian cinema. That's why a Sikh is playing the bagpiper. BP Blender's Pride is one of the 5 core brands from Pernod Ricard to build business in India. And the Reserve Collection was at one time the most expensive whiskey produced in India. RS is known to be Pernod's best-selling brand by volume. In fact, in 2011, it overtook Absolut Vodka. IB is known for the Men Will Be Men marketing campaign. Now see, in India, advertising alcoholic beverage is banned. So Pernod Ricard started with surrogate advertising, meaning they started advertising music CDs with the name of Imperial Blue. So what they did was to promote the product by actually not promoting it. Rather, they masked the product but kept the same name to hammer it in the heads of the consumers. Now, let's talk about the best-selling whiskey in the world, Officer's Choice. It's also world's largest selling spirit brand. How and why? An Indian local brand overtaking world-famous Johnnie Walker. Hard to digest. Yeah? But it's possible, and here's why. First, we already know that India is the world's largest consumer of whiskey. So that point goes on the top. Next, the import tax on alcoholic beverage here is 150%. And this promotes the production and selling of whiskey based in India. Moreover, the marketing of Officer's Choice, Royal Stag, etc. aims and connects well with the drinking age group of 25 to 35 in India. Now this is all for today. I hope you learn a lot about the whiskies. If there's anything you want to ask, go ahead, post it in the comment section. Next video will be coming soon, so stay tuned and thank you for watching.